Today's lesson is about the integrals of algebraic functions. At the end of this lesson, you must be able to apply the properties of indefinite integrals to evaluate the integrals of algebraic functions, as well as evaluate integrals involving powers of x or powers of functions of x using the general power formula. Let us now apply the definition of antidifferentiation as well as choose the properties of indefinite integrals to work on some examples. So here we're asked to integrate the following algebraic functions, and for our first example we have the integral of 6x squared minus 4x plus 5 dx. To evaluate the said integral, recall that we have this property of the indefinite integrals where we have the integral of the sum or difference of functions would equal the sum or the difference of the integrals of each of these functions, and that the integral of a constant c times the function f of x dx would equal c times the integral of f of x dx. Applying this rule now to evaluate the integral of 6x squared minus 4x plus 5 dx, we will come up with 6, the integral of x squared dx, minus 4 times the integral of x dx, plus 5 the integral of dx. In evaluating the integral of x squared dx, we will be making use of the general rule or the rule to evaluate the integral of a power of x, where the integral of x to the n dx is equal to x to the n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c, provided n is not equal to negative 1. So if we're going to apply that here, then we will come up with the following integrals. We have 6 times x cubed divided by 3 minus 4 times x squared over 2 plus 5x plus the arbitrary constant c. Or we may write this integral in terms of 2x cubed minus 2x squared plus 5x plus c. For our second example, we would like to evaluate the integral of x cubed dx divided by the 7th power of 2x to the 4th minus 5. Algebraically, the integral of x cubed dx divided by the 7th power of 2x to the 4th minus 5 is equivalent to the integral of 2x to the 4th minus 5, the quantity raised to the negative 7 times x cubed dx. This particular integral would be evaluated checking out that if we assign u the expression 2x to the 4th minus 5, then the differential du would just be equal to 8x cubed dx, and that the product x cubed dx would just equal du over 8. So this particular integral we will be transforming and expressing it in terms of the variable u, and as such it will be equal to 1/8 the integral of u to the negative 7 du. Remember, this is u, negative 7 x cubed dx is just du over 8. Okay? Now, evaluating this integral based on this rule, the general power formula, where the integral of u to the n du is equal to u to the n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c for any n not equal to negative 1, then the integral of 1/8 u to the negative 7 du will just be equal to 1/8 times u to the negative 6 divided by negative 6 plus c. Or we can write it in terms of the new variable, or the original variable, x, so that u there will just be replaced with 2x to the 4th minus 5, writing now this expression in terms of the negative of 1 divided by 48 times 2x to the 4th minus 5 to the 6th power plus c. For our third example, we will evaluate the integral of the square of 3x plus 1 times dx. For this particular problem, we will be presenting 3 solutions. Our first solution would consider 3x plus 1 squared written as a polynomial 9x squared plus 6x plus 1. So the integral of the square of 3x plus 1 dx would equal the integral of 9x squared plus 6x plus 1 dx. Again, using the same rules that we have applied earlier in the first example. Then the integral of 9x squared plus 6x plus 1 dx can now be written in terms of 9, the integral of x squared dx, plus 6, the integral of x dx, plus the integral of dx. And that the integral of x squared dx would just be x cubed over 3. Hence, the first term is given by 9 times x cubed over 3. Second term will be 6 times x squared over 2. Then plus x plus the arbitrary constant c. Simplifying these two, 3x cubed plus 3x squared plus x plus c. The second solution would involve fitting this integral to the form u to the n. Okay, so we have here the integral of 3x plus 1 squared dx. Now, if we are to fit this to the Joule power formula, the integral of u to the n du being u to the n plus 1 over n plus 1, now plus c, then it is required that if we take on 3x plus 1 as our u, its differential should be at 3 dx. But we don't have the 3 there. Okay, so what we can do is, we can introduce that factor 3, but do not forget to multiply the whole thing with 1/3. So that in effect, what we are multiplying the given integral with is just equal to 1. Having done this particular step, then you can now verify that this particular integral here fits the form u to the n du. Okay, so that this integral will have an integral of the form u to the n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c, where our u is 3x plus 1. Exponent now would be increased by 1, hence we have a 3 divided by 3 plus c, giving us the integral in terms of 1/9 times the cube of 3x plus 1 plus c. Now you can verify that this particular expression here is equivalent to that. So either way, you try to work on the factors of this or expand on the cube of 3x plus 1, multiply it with 1/9, and you can verify that you will have the same variable terms with this. Our third solution will be using u substitution. Here, we will be rewriting the integral in terms of the new variable u. So that if we pick 3x plus 1 as our u expression, then the differential du will just be 3 dx, and that dx will just be equal to du over 3. This is the one used as basis, so that we can write the integral of 3x plus 1 squared dx into 1/3 the integral of u squared du. And if we are going to evaluate the said integral, then it will just be equal to 1/3 times the integral of u squared du, which is given by u cubed over 3 plus the arbitrary constant. But again, if we are using a u substitution, we need to write back the given integral in terms of the original variable, so that instead of a 1/9 u cubed plus c, we will have 1/9 times 3x plus 1 cubed plus c. Please take note that this particular factor 1/3 is known as an integrating factor or a correction factor. In summary, using the basic integration rules facilitates the process of getting the antiderivative of a given differential, and that an integral can be evaluated using different steps in the process. However, all of these follow the properties of indefinite integrals as well as the basic integration rules.